every Star Wars LEGO set you can buy from Rebuild the Galaxy's new season. Star Wars' newest television show features multiple official LEGO sets. In Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past, the new Disney Plus special continues the adventures of Dev and Sig Greebling in the remixed galaxy far, far away that was created in the first season. As such, plenty of actual LEGO models were featured in this new animated series. Pieces of the Past, heroes and villains are brought together to fight Solitus, a rogue Jedi seeking total galaxy-wide oblivion. Along the way, so many official LEGO sets were featured among the remixed Star Wars mashup ships and characters. Here are all the currently available LEGO Star Wars sets we found in Rebuild the Galaxy's Pieces of the Past. Having been released alongside the first season of Rebuild the Galaxy, LEGO's TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup is briefly featured in Pieces of the Past's unique opening crawl. Featuring quick combination features, builders can swap the wings of both starfighters, showcasing how the LEGO Star Wars special has altered and rebuilt countless elements of the typical Star Wars galaxy inspired by Andia Season 2. The set comes with 4 unique minifigures: Cassian Andia, Dedra Meero, an ISB tactical officer, and K2SO. This new version of the LEGO U-Wing is more compact than the original 2016 version, having a brief appearance in the new Star Wars show during Sig's training with Jedi Bob. The ATTE Walker was also featured during Sig's Jedi training on the planet Ali Stan Nor. The classic Walker transport used by the Republic during the Clone Wars, LEGO's newest ATTE is one of the most popular models currently available for purchase. 2024's Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator, 78353, is also featured during the Jedi training. Depicting Darth Maul's imposing spacecraft, this is the 5th version of the classic Star Wars ship since it and the popular Sith Lord made their debut in 1999's The Phantom Menace. The big set from last year's May 4th celebrations, the UCS TIE Interceptor also makes a Jedi training appearance as SIG uses his force-building ability to shift between different ships. Having originally debuted in Rebuild the Galaxy's first season, Jedi Bob's epic red and white starfighter is included once more in Pieces of the Past. Remarkably, it features the same custom engines on the underside, resembling the same engines first seen on Anakin Skywalker's blue and white Clone Wars starfighter from the 2D animated series from Genndy Tartakovsky, a ship LEGO once made an official model of. Also returning after its debut in the first Rebuild the Galaxy miniseries, the Dark Falcon was a black and red version of the classic Star Wars ship, piloted by a cabal of Sith Lords, complete with a Death Star-inspired radar dish. However, Pieces of the Past confirms the ship now belongs to Rebel Alliance member Yessi Scala. Pieces of the Past surprisingly features a major appearance from LEGO's most recently released model, the UCS Death Star.
Technically, Chewbacca, 75371, is retired and is no longer being sold by LEGO, despite debuting as a giant Wookiee in Pieces of the Past dimension known as the Force Hold. That being said, the large-scale model only just retired at the end of 2024, so it's possible collectors might still be able to find the set on the shelves of other retailers. The Coruscant Guard gunship was one of 2023's most impressive models, featuring a unique red coloring for the classic LAATOI gunship used by Republic security forces on Coruscant. The model also has a great minifigure collection with Chancellor Palpatine, Senator Padme Amidala, and Commander Fox. In Pieces of the Past, the same gunship was used to try and escape the giant Chewbacca. The Ahsoka Tano Brickheads is quite a cool character model made with 164 pieces, now made even cooler given her key role in Pieces of the Past. That being said, Brickhead's Ahsoka is one of only a few sets featured that recently retired, though it's possible it could still be found somewhere beyond LEGO outright. A brand new ship debuting in Rebuild the Galaxy. Pieces of the Past. The Force Burner Snowspeeder is effectively a rebuilt T-47 with flames and a detachable speeder bike, created via the combined efforts of SIG and Dev Greebling. The set also includes the new villain Solitus, wielding 2 purple-bladed lightsabers connected by a chain. With 357 pieces, the set has a price tag of $54.99 and is currently the only mashup ship from this second season. LEGO's new ARC-170 is the first-size model of the classic Republic starfighter since 2010. Featuring just under 500 pieces and 4 minifigures, this new iteration looks to be somewhat smaller and yet looks denser with more detail. This new LEGO ARC-170 is a very exciting update on a classic model, especially for collectors who missed out on the older versions of the X-Wing predecessor that first debuted in Revenge of the Sith. Remarkably, The ARC-170 is briefly shown in Pieces of the Past being flown by Cassie and Andia. A newer addition to LEGO Star Wars Midascale ship line, Kylo Ren's command shuttle comes with its own display stand and consists of 386 pieces. The model is briefly featured as one of the many ships that have become part of the Pirate Queen Amidala's crew. Last October saw the release of LEGO's Ultimate Collector Series set with a large model of Jabba's sail barge, 75,397. Coming in just under 4,000 pieces, Jabba's sail barge comes with 11 minifigures, many of which haven't been made in more than a few years, like Jabba the Hutt, Huttslayer Leia, Max Rebo, and more. That said, the sail barge seen in Pieces of the Past is tricked out with the royal red and gold colors and insignias of Queen Amidala herself. The only official Andia Season 1 set made by the LEGO Group, Ambush of Ferrix, 75338, features minifigures of Cassian Andia, Luthen Rael, and Cyril Korn. Likewise, the Corpsec gunship from the set was only briefly featured in a blink and you miss it appearance in Pieces of the Past. Despite being one of the few models that's already been retired by LEGO, I think there's still some hope that it could be found beyond LEGO.com for a reasonable price. Hailing from the days of the Jedi Order, Ahsoka's T6 shuttle, 75362, has some great play features, including rotating wings that revolve around the cockpit and engines. The model also features epic minifigures like Sabine Wren, the ancient Jedi droid Huyang, the former Imperial Inquisitor Merrick, and Ahsoka Tano herself. However, Pieces of the Past version of the T6 shuttle features a hilariously oversized cockpit to compensate for the show's brickheads Ahsoka. Andia and Rogue One's K2SO recently received his own large-scale droid model, which was released on August 1st. Following Pieces of the Past, which featured an evil K2SO working for Solitus and combining with other droids to make himself giant, this new model has likely become even more desirable following the Disney Plus special, celebrating the Phantom Menace's 25th anniversary. Last year's Droideka, 75381, is another larger-scale droid model from LEGO. Consisting of 583 pieces, this model can fold into its wheel form as an alternate display look. Likewise, the giant K2 was flanked by a pair of giant destroyer droids, one of which was hijacked by Brickhead's Ahsoka and used on the other opponents near Pieces of the Past sending.